Okay guys, thank you. Whoa, I just like went through puberty in that. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Carrie Rad. If you are new here, hi, hello, nice to meet you. This is my boyfriend.
Hey, what's up? I'm Alex. I'm one half of the Vagabrothers. My brother and I make travel vlogs from around the world. Carrie and I just shot a collab video over on the Vagabrothers channel where we give you guys and girls some tips on how to travel better as a couple.
And over here today, we're going to be answering the questions that you sent in. We asked you guys to send us questions via Instagram, and today we're going to be answering them. All things about traveling as a couple. We're gonna share our experiences and give you guys some tips to make it nice and smooth for you and your romantic.
Is that smooth though?
You and your partner.
This is smooth.
Oh yeah, that's true, smooth. But this can be smooth too, you know what I mean? Cheesy Breezy asks, what's your favorite part about traveling together?
I'd say probably just laughing all the time. You and I have like really compatible senses of humor.
He can make me laugh more than anybody in the world, to the point where I ask him if he could please stop because it's physically painful. My favorite part about traveling together is having the entire day to spend together. When we're in LA, we work a lot and we have a lot to do. So when we go on a vacation, we get to unplug and we have the entire day to do whatever the heck we want to do. We can stay in bed all day, we can go out, explore and adventure, we can do whatever we want, and I love having that time with you. MCCP asks, do you plan your holiday to be more relaxing or more adventure?
I'd say that like our two characters, you're like way more focused on relaxation and I'm way more focused on adventure, but I really enjoy relaxing.
And I really enjoy adventure.
So it just really works. And I think that when you find yourself in a relationship like that, you really gotta run with it because it just feels right. Like we have such a good balance of adventure and relaxation.
So our trips always are a mix of the two of those things.
For example, we went to Costa Rica, and after surfing my brains out for 2 weeks, we went to Tabascon Hot Springs Resort, which was incredible. Natural hot springs coming out of the volcano Arenal in Costa Rica, through the jungle in this little hot spring river. We spent like 3 days there and we just bathed. It was incredible. We literally didn't get out of our bathrobes for 3 days.
And then when we went to the Redwoods, that's a perfect example of adventure and relaxation because we would go out and hike through the Redwoods throughout the day, and then at night we would come back to an outdoor bathtub and we would spend pretty much hours in that bathtub just drinking wine, having a nice glass of beer, and having a bubble bath. And it was just the perfect day, pretty much, because it was
music, bubbles, wine, under the stars, hot water. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we're just like sitting here like reminiscing.
I know.
That's all we're doing.
Flowing Desires, which is a very interesting screen name, asks, what was the first trip you guys went on together and what are the best memories you have from there? Love you.
Ooh.
First trip. Topanga Canyon.
Oh yeah.
Basically, Carrie and I had just really met each other. We had gone on a couple of dates, but we hadn't been like overnight anywhere. So we did like a little staycation in LA. We rented this beautiful little Airbnb in Topanga Canyon, which is
an area that
it's always been my favorite spot in LA.
He's always loved it. And now it's one of my favorite spots in LA. You introduced it to me though.
It's just super chill.
Alex came to visit me on the east side of LA. He was in town for a short time and it was our first real date, first date out to dinner. And at the end of the dinner date, we started talking about how we both had the next couple of days off. And then Alex just randomly at the end of the conversation booked us an Airbnb for the night the next day, and so we just randomly went to Topanga Canyon.
Are you free tomorrow night? And you were like, yeah, I guess. And I was like, cool, I just got us an amazing Airbnb, so let's go.
Ding!
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. It was like, ding! Cheeky.
Dancy Pants Jen asks, do you guys go on separate day adventures and meet back later on in the day? And what are your thoughts on doing so? Best part about travel is self-growth, in my opinion. And I think that the best time to grow is when you are alone. So if you want to go to the market and explore go and do that. If you want to go grab a coffee by yourself, go and do that. Go lay on the beach for a little bit by yourself if you want to do that, but wear sunscreen, because in Costa Rica I definitely got very burnt. So
2nd degree booty burn. But I would say this last little bit on that. Yes, all for individual activities and alone time, but make sure you just tell your partner what you're gonna go do, where you're gonna be, and what time you think you're gonna be back by. Because remember, you are in a foreign country, you might get lost, something might happen to you, who knows. It's just good to like check in and let your partner know where you're gonna be, what you're gonna do, and when you're planning on being back.
yeah, at the end of the day, we do spend time apart when we travel, but a lot of the times, I'd say about 95% of the time, we are together.
Teal Bulb asks, what if you and Carrie go on a trip together? Do you split everything absolutely evenly? What if one person has more money than the other? How do you deal with that?
We have always split 50-50. Sometimes someone picks up a dinner just because they want to and they want to take care of the person for that night. But for the most part, when we're traveling, we keep an eye on who's spending what, and we keep things equal. We also really like using Venmo. So if I paid for a hotel with my credit card, Alex will Venmo me and vice versa.
And we try to do it pretty instantaneously. Like if somebody pulls out a credit card and just drops 500 bucks on, you know, an Airbnb for a week, pull out your cell phone, open Venmo, shoot over 250 bucks.
Because if you don't, you sometimes forget. Sometimes both of you will forget, and then it will never get taken care of. But for the
And it'll
most
cause
part,
resentment. Like
True.
if one person forgets, you're not gonna be like, you don't wanna be asking your girlfriend like, hey, so what about
Yeah.
that $250 you owe me and forgot to pay me from 2 weeks ago? Like you don't wanna
Yeah.
be like prodding your significant other for money. So if you just handle it in the moment, it
right
really
away.
helps.
Yeah, it's a really good way to do it. And it also shows the person that you value the fact that they are putting it on them. But talk about your budget beforehand, because sometimes one partner might be okay with picking up a little bit more if one person does make more than the other. And that's totally fine. It's whatever works for you in your relationship. Just because 50-50 works for us doesn't mean that it will necessarily work for you. So I think talking about it beforehand is the most important thing. Brett Grace Davidson, that's a long one, asks,
Brett Grace Davidson asks,
how do you decide on where you're going to go when you both have must-visit locations?
that are
And
different.
what if you cannot afford to go where your partner wants to go?
Compromise, like we said over on the video on the Vaga Brothers channel, is compromise is the most essential aspect of any relationship, and especially when you're traveling. Maybe you do it like, okay, this time around, we're gonna go to the location, the destination that you really wanna go to, and next time we go travel together, we're gonna go to the place that I really wanna go to.
And also, if there's a place that you really want to go to and your partner's just like not that into it, or they don't want to spend their money on it, then think about saving money for that trip to bring that person with you, because it's more enticing when that person doesn't have to pay for everything. Pick up like the Airbnb or something. That's a way to kind of entice
Force.
someone, not force, but just entice someone to be like, hey,
Lead.
I'm gonna pay for this if you wanna come. Does that sound better to you? And then
Yeah.
they're like, if you pick up that, then maybe. Not that we've ever done that, but I think that I would do that if that were the case. Like if I wanted to go somewhere really badly and you didn't wanna go,
Where? Give me an example of a place you really wanna go that I don't wanna go.
there's probably nothing because you love traveling. But I'm just saying, if there were a place that you didn't wanna go that I wanted to go to, then I would probably just be like, oh, well, I'll just pay for the Airbnb, you know?
Cool.
And then you'd be like, okay, well, that sounds a little bit more enticing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I love you.
I have no idea what this user ID
It's
is.
this.
Do you want to give it a try?
Lia Bussel Belevance.
That is definitely it, actually.
Yeah.
Is it French? I
It
believe so.
sounds French.
Hi, Carrie. How about when you are in a long distance relationship and one of you is traveling the world without the other one? What are your tips and tricks for maintaining a healthy relationship while being apart? We FaceTime a lot. We keep in contact a lot.
Sending photos, you know, thinking of
Cheeky
you.
little photos if you want to.
Trust.
Very
It's
important
really
part.
simple. If you
Yeah.
don't trust your partner, then it's not gonna work out. And long distance is not gonna work out. You need to trust that the other person is the person that they say they are. And staying in contact, FaceTiming, sending text messages, sending photos, all of that type of stuff. Aaron Shea asks, when traveling and staying in a hostel, do you get a private room or do you stay in the dorms? And why? Smiley face. We always choose the private room for obvious reasons, Aaron. Xstoff asks, do you prefer to travel as a couple or as a group? Also, what's the pooping situation? I mean, you must break the comfort zone somehow.
Pretty quick.
Does Alex bring his trusty poopery? Well, Xstoff, the short answer is I haven't actually brought poopery with me, although I think it's carry-on size approved, so maybe I should start bringing that.
I think you should start.
Thanks, babe.
Okay, guys, thank you. Whoa. I just like went through puberty and that. Okay, guys.
Okay.
That is it for the questions. Thank you guys so much for sending in such awesome questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed and that you have your notifications turned on. Also, definitely make sure you go check out the Bag Brothers and make sure that you check out the description box because I will post the link to the video that we did over on that channel. Make sure you guys are following us on Instagram because we are going to be in Italy together. So just follow along with that trip. We will show you all the stuff we get up to there, and that's it. I love you guys. I'll see you very soon in a new video. Bye.
Ciao.